folks, how we doing? Good morning, ladies and gents, boys and girls, dudes and dudettes, and bambinos too. How we doing on this wonderfully chilly Tuesday morning? It's 10 a.m. It's our 10 a.m. live stream. We are Football Manager, Kidderminster Harriers. Yes, we are. And I don't know if you guys tuned in to part 47 yesterday, but we were having a bit of a celebration. Yes, we were, because Kidderminster Harriers were promoted to the Premier League, the promised land. Oh, we were there. Yes, we'll be taking on the big boys in Manchester City and Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United, Tottenham, all of them. That is where we will be tomorrow when we kick it in. That's right. Well, I say tomorrow, it might be this evening. You never know. Depends how quickly I get through the streaming side of things. So not much going on in general right this second in terms of, games, etc. All we are doing right this second is playing pre-season. So we're playing friendly matches right this second. We'll go straight in and I'll let you guys take a butchers at what we are up to. So here we go. I've got a couple of transfers in for some players. I'm just going to try and seal the deal for a few more. I'm after Morato. Some of you guys might be familiar with him, especially if you're Forest fans. Big player, could be a big defender for us as well. So I'm looking at changing the team around a tiny bit, bringing in new players, etc., etc. So definitely looking to strengthen. That is the plan in general. So looking to change things around, getting some players through the door, sealing the deal hopefully for some players as well. So we've got Bamba. Hackney is a good player as well. Morato, those three players I'm looking to bring in. We have Vallecano in a couple of days' time as well. So basically, pre-season is in Andalusia. In Spain, we've played Cadiz and a few Malaga, a few teams as well. We've done well against them, Vallecano, but I've added, I always do this, I throw in an extra few fixtures just before the start of the season, and Celtic are one of them, as are RB Leipzig. So I've put those two teams in to give us a bit of a challenge before the start of the Prem. So a couple of games, challenging games, both of them will be at Agba at home after we've played some very okay teams. So we will see how we do against those guys. So off we go. Let's see if we can get some players through the door. That is definitely the intention. Signing as many players as possible, mainly to strengthen the team though. Okay. So a few players being chased and tracked against Rayo Vallecano. So we're going to stick. We've done exceptionally through each of the leagues thus far to get where we are. We've won the Champions League 1, we've won League 2. So yes, we have been absolutely fantastic. And in comes Mwamba and Hackney. So that's good news. So we've got two players through the door. And then off we go. On we go. Beyond that points, a couple of players who've come in there for us. I'm not going to talk to anyone about issues, etc. Hackford. Mwamba's arrival. He's not going to take in your position. He's basically there to tackle a different position, really. Kroll has been good for us, but he hasn't been mind-blowingly good. So we'll look at bringing in potentially another forward, which is, in essence, him. So Hackney Crane has come in. He will play a segundo volante position. We'll get him working on his defensive positioning. And then Mwamba as well, who's joined us. We will get him playing alongside Hackford. I think he's probably the best player to have alongside him. Good pace, decent finishing, so he looks quite good in general. His aerial, it looks good as well. We'll work on his shooting, that's all. If he starts finishing, he could be a brilliant player for us. We've got him on 17.5 million release clause as well, if anyone wanted him. So that is brilliant news. Unfortunately, what that does mean is probably the end for Kroll. Hackney will come in for Oldhand. We'll have a little look and see what we can do for the rest of the game, shall we? So a couple more friendlies. I don't play the pre-season friendlies. I let them carry on. So yes, I let them continue. I don't play any of the friendlies. I let the backroom staff take control of those ones, purely because I just want to see how they perform. Have a look at the details afterwards. But my sole focus is letting them play these friendlies, getting the fitness up essentially, which is the week behind pre-season. Someone wants Curtis. Vanderson's left. He's gone to a random. Al-Khajish, of course he has. Okay, they can have him, but I want £100 a month if they're going to do that. Okay, off you go then, Curtis. I'll let him leave on loan. Keskinen looks good. Right then, let's see how the team play against Vallecano. Now, we have lost Robinson, our left back, for a few weeks to an injury. But because it's pre-season friendly, hopefully by the time the season starts, he'll be back to full fitness and have had a match at least, because he's already been out for a week or so. So, yes, we'll have a look. So, Ewan Morgan, match winner in this game. So, yeah, you'll see here he's out of about 8 days to 2 weeks. So, a bit of time left for him to recover, which is good. We've got a lot of players on loan as well. We'll have a little look at those guys in a second and see if any of them worthwhile following up. So, Mika Meyer, probably going to say no to him. I've got to be ruthless. You know, we're in the Prem now. It's no longer about just getting players in and bodies through the door. It's about getting the right kind of players. Mika Dooley looks good, but yeah, I don't think he's as good as what we've already got. If I'm honest with you, I think we've got much better players in the team already. So off he goes. We'll let him join someone else. Kieran Morrison, again, he's okay. I wouldn't say he's any better than what we've got. I'll keep him on loan for now in case something changes, but I can't see him getting any better. I don't like the look of this guy, unfortunately. He's gone. That's the whole point. We've got to be ruthless. I'm trialing these players for a particular reason to ensure that they are worthwhile considering pursuing or not. He looks okay, so maybe keep him a bit longer. See his full stats. Let's have a look at Traore. He's a no, I think. Unfortunately, Traore's gone. Rightio. Sequeira's a no as well. So you see what I'm doing? You've got to be ruthless with this kind of thing. You've got to look at the player and go, will he do anything whatsoever for this team? Amani Richards is a no as well. Stats are no better than what we've already got in the team. It's not about giving players contracts for the sake of it. Okay. He looks like he could be useful. Could be okay. Let's keep him a bit longer. Mafumbi. We got Edmundson Day. Again, I'm going to say no to him. Edmundson Day is a no. Hefty. No, I did look at this guy, but he's a no-go with that. Those stats are not good at all. Defensively, he's not good. Okay, who else have we got? Masengo. Looks okay at best. Probably a good player, but I've already got a lot of good players in the team. This guy could do a job potentially. An Icelandic man. So yes, possibly a defensive midfielder for us. Keep him in the team for now, as I've only just brought him in on Osola. I know this guy from Newcastle at the moment, isn't he? I'm going to say probably not. Let someone else pick him up. He looks okay, but we've got a lot of strikers, so another one would just cause more headaches. Kundal, I'll keep him on trial for now. Leighton Clarkson, I'll keep him on trial for now. And McGuinn, I'll keep him on trial for now. So there we go. Ruthless. Out go the players that have no interest in come the players, or they retain the players that are. As always, guys, don't forget my social networks. I'm on all of them, of course. I'm on socials, yes. Facebook, AJ P85-channel. I'm on X, AJ1985P. I'm on Twitch, which is one of the live streams today, A_J_P_8_8_5. And I'm on YouTube, AJ Hardy 85. Check it out, guys. I'm also on Reddit. I have a subreddit, Football Manager Gamers. Check it out, guys, for all things Football Manager. We can chat, we can DM, just basically make fun and share interests to Football Manager in general. That's right. So like, subscribe, and follow, please, and we will be special friends. But at this moment in time, we are celebrating Kidderminster Harriers being in the Premier League next season on this game. Yes, we are elated. Couple of signings will get through it. It's always good to bring in new players. Yes, it is. Hope you can make a contribution. Yeah, I guess I do. One player. I don't wish to comment on that issue. Don't wish to comment on that. Put too much pressure on him. I think it'll lift everyone. Won't take divine long. No. No, I'm going to get into debate about that. Oh, that's a lot of pressure in it. Can you be as good as one of the history? They're both individuals. Yes, I think they could both play alongside each other. There we go. Yes. So basically, all I've done there, I have set things that I select when I do press conferences. I'm basically not trying to upset him. I'm trying to say he's going to do a job for us, but not say, oh, the world is on his shoulders. He's going to absolutely rip it up. We'll bring in a new fullback as well to help us out because we lost Penny. He's left the club. So we're going to have this man, and we will also teach him on the left-hand side to be a wing back. And he looks okay. He looks decent. His passing needs a bit of work. Everything else will come with the training side of things. So Shahar has joined us as well, which is great news. Shahar will go straight into the bench. So looking okay at the moment. Good team thus far. Albie Morgan. I might play Hackney instead in that position. And I'm also wondering about Jedge potentially and having Gamble play instead at a centre half with Thompson on the bench. That's one way of looking at the team. We do have other players available to us, like Egan Riley. He's a good player as well. Might be worth considering him on the bench. Definitely one to look at potentially. And then just looking at the rest of the team, really seeing where we sit. Lambert's looking okay, but again, Lambert's a bit of an odd player now because I think he's lost that sparkle that he first had when we brought him in. When I brought him in when he was first in the team. I looked at Lambert. I thought, oh yes, he's a linchpin. He's the main man in the team. And now, the more I look at it, the more I think, oh, as always, they get demoted down to the point where these players no longer have that sparkle ahead of David Brooks, ahead of Hutchinson, Mather especially. We're talking about top players in the same position, really. So it might be that he, unfortunately, is the man to miss out as a result. We will move Jedge into defensive midfield, where he will play alongside Hackney. I think that's going to be the team to start the season unless anything changes. And then the goalkeeper will be Miskew for now, unless he kicks up a big fuss because he's being a bit funny about contracts, etc. As you can see, we're not far away from our game against RB Leipzig. I'm excited about that one to see how we'll perform against them. But for now, we have a small matter of beating Stourport Swifts. Okay, Morgan's a bit whingy. What's the matter, Morgan? Could say don't panic, but okay, he's whinging. What can you do? He's 29 anyway, so it's not like we need to worry too much about losing a young player who's performing incredibly well. He's a good player, but he's not 22. Although saying that 29, you'd say he's in his prime years, wouldn't you? Really? So we do find that kind of thing happens a lot with this game. Someone will win, someone will complain about not getting first team players, because we are looking at trying to keep away from relegation, trying to establish ourselves as a Premier League team. That's the key this second, isn't it? Well, it is. And then obviously once we've done that, trying to stay in the league if even possible. So we won 8-0. Who got the goals? Hayden Hackney got his first ever goal for us. Divine Mbama got his goal. Hutchinson, Hills, Mbama again, Jedge, Mather, Hackford, and Brooks. Excellent. Very, very good. That's what we want to see. We want players to be winning. We want players to be performing, more importantly, as well. So yes, excellent, excellent. That is very, very good. So let's have a look at the rest of the team. Let's see if these guys got... Yep, so he's got the positioning okay. Okay, so we'll get... maybe Gamble will play a game or two for us. I am looking between him and Egan Viley, so we'll have a look between those guys. Let them battle it out. It could be that Egan Viley gets the nod, but we will see as the season starts. Friendly match against RB Leipzig and a friendly match after that as well. So we will take a look and see how we get on against those guys, and then how the team is shaping up at that point. Okay, Mosqueras, Peel again. Shouldn't be that much of an issue because we've done this before in terms of work permits. I've had this long battle with work permits. You remember going back to, when we had Umar, and he, we didn't quite get him initially signed up on a work permit. We had to wait for at least half a season before we got him. Nias, that was Umar Nias, ex-Everton man. If you remember early days when we were in sort of Vanarama leagues, Vanarama North and then into the Vanarama National, we struggled with his work permit. We're doing the same also with a few other players as well, but we can allocate. So I'm hoping that we get some of the players' work permits put through. We do have Lucas Martin, who I'm looking at potentially his work permit. He is wanted by Rochdale on loan. Good player, really good player. Surprised, but unfortunately we just got two even better players in the team. That's all. In two goalkeepers, Mishka and Crampton. Those are two top young players, top young goalkeepers, and I think they're going to mature and they're going to improve into much better players. I mean, Mishka already played the whole of the season, the Championship, and performed really well for us. So that is always a positive to see a young player like that perform well. So Terry Turles again is just getting loads of reports now. I am looking at teams still. I am looking at players available. As you can see here, this is my free transfer sort of search that I've been looking at. I'm thinking it might be time to see who's available and who's transfer listed. So let's have a little look who we can potentially look at. We'll do it in value order. So Doherty, yeah, I know him. He's an ex, is he Luton? Yeah, ex-Luton now at Watford. Very attacking player, that one. Daniel Johnson. Don't know him. He clearly is a young player that's been brought in. Brown, Axwell Twenze, who's been around, hasn't he? Marcus Elliott, Samuel Justo. It's a question of whether we need these players, though, isn't it, really? That's the million-dollar question. Probably don't, because they're not as good or any better than what we've already got. That's what we've got to think, really, as brutal as that is. And Selmo, could have a little look at this guy, see if he's any good. We'll scout him. Let's see who else we can look at, really. I know Bateman is supposed to be a decent player, actually, but I'll keep him as an option. Xavier Simons, no better than Hackney or the players that we've already got. So it's going to be very much a lot of this now until the season starts, looking through what's available. Josh Brownhill. Now, Brownhill might be a good player, but I think he's requested, so okay. Might be worth looking at. I know he's 33, but I reckon he might do a job for us, maybe the end of the season. Okay. Let's give it a go. Might be worth having him as a backup player in the team. Aguier, I know this guy as well. Who's after him? Sydney. I'll come back to that in a minute. So yeah, I'm looking at players that can strengthen, that can be on the bench, that can do a job, that have an ability as well, and a certain style that can fit in with our team already, really, without us messing about too much with tactics and formations. We want them to be able to slot straight in. So looking all right, actually. I'm looking at the players that are available. Esbrand, I did look at him as well and think, left back, possibly. Might be worth seeing if we can go loans for this lot now. No, you see, they're not going to let us bring him in on loan. Yeah, so you can kind of see where we're at, essentially. It's looking at what's available, who's out there, if they're any better than what we've already got, if we can go on the bench. And there isn't a lot out there at the moment, really, to sort of bring in that are better than what we already have. So, so I'm bringing in quality and that kind of thing. But yeah, the fun in the sun part, this is that that pre-season moment where you look at players and say, okay, let's opt for him. That's why I'm going for loans, essentially. Because if they turn out not very good, oh well, we cancel loan, they cancel loan, off they go back, all are good and well. So we haven't really lost out that much. Anyway, we move on to RB Leipzig. We've got them at home in this friendly. It's going to be an interesting game, this one. 20th of July, 2028. I know, people. Kidderminster Harriers in the Premier League. The unthinkable has occurred. And before then, we've got two home friendlies, one against RB Leipzig and the other one against Celtic, the mighty Celtic. So I'm quite excited to see how we do against those guys. Really am. So very, very intrigued. So we've got a few players in the last year of their contracts. Brooks is one of them, who's hit 32. I still think he could potentially do a job, so I might look at extending. Albie Morgan, Rhys Davis, Okoronkwo. So there's quite a few players. I've got a 1-year contract extension on him, which I will 100% trigger. Let's have a look who else has the ability to be part of the team. Adam Abbas. He's going to want silly money now, though, watch. So I'll look at him in a second. Has the ability to be part of our squad. Walsh. Possibly. So I'll keep an eye on that. I think I'll come back to that in a moment, once we've played RB Leipzig. I'm interested to see how we perform against them. I'm sure you guys are as well. As always, leave comments, like, follow, subscribe on the socials. Yeah, and we'll have a chat about Football Manager, all things Football Manager. If you've got any questions about it, don't forget I've been playing this game for over 15 years. So if there's anything you're interested in or want to know, I can always offer you a bit of advice, steer you in a certain direction. Hopefully that will stand you in good stead. So what have we got here? Minimum release clause to domestic clubs. Yeah, but it's not to us, though, is it? So, don't think we can really bring him in, but he looks like he's got a potential. We could go like, let's give him something, see what happens. Dangle a carrot in front of them. Yeah, they want a fairly hefty amount, really. And even then, I've found I've got to the point where I've offered teams what they want, and then the player's not interested, etc., etc. And you're like, oh, great, I've done all that work, and they doesn't even want to join us at the end of it. We don't have a big enough stature, apparently. Kidderminster Harriers don't have a big enough stature. We do. Our stature is wow. And here lies that bug that I've been talking about. I mean, this guy, he's 20 years of age, he's unknown. We've come in for him for a couple 100,000, 500,000, 20,000, and he wants £86,000 a week. I mean, what? This guy should be asking for £5,000 a week. I mean, what is this? Oh, someone is going to have to explain that to me, because it's mental, this bug. It's almost like you're fighting the tide before you even begin. Oh, I'm going to have to give him a silly wage. Doesn't mean necessarily I'm going to sign him, but there you go. I'll offer him it too and see what happens. RB Leipzig. Let's focus on these guys first, though. Not a full team, because remember, Robinson is out with an injury just a little bit longer. He might play against Celtic. If not, we'll look to try and recover him for the first game of the season. But how are we going to fare against Leipzig first? The answer is we're going to draw with them. That is not bad. Not bad at all. A 1-1 draw. Against a big team like RB Leipzig. So very, very good. I'll show you quickly the schedule as we carry on. Our first game of the season at home to the mighty Arsenal. I'm going to be conflicted in this game as well. So yes, being an Arsenal fan, it's going to be fun. But we do have Empoli and Celtic. I'm going to cancel that friendly and see if I can do another one. I think we could probably play a bigger team than Empoli before the Arsenal match. Let's do see who's available. So I like to look for large reputational teams to play against. See who's available. We've got Lille. It might be a good team to play. Quite similar, isn't it, really, in terms of that side of things. I am looking for large reputational teams. I mean, what's the point of playing against someone who's, small reputation? Might as well go for the full top end side of things. Okay, so let's go back to Saturday. Large reputation. Okay, it looks like Lille might be the best team, or Rennes. Perhaps Lille, I think, might win that one. Lille on the Saturday, or Lille on the Sunday. Salzburg have got decent. LAFC. LAFC. No, I'd rather play Lille, to be honest with you. So, large reputation. We'll play Lille at home. There we go. I think that'll be much more of a test for this team. Definitely is. Definitely would be, in my opinion, as well. That's right. We are coming up towards the end of this live stream. I will leave you with seeing how we get on against potentially Celtic. Let's see if we can whiz through the next few minutes to Celtic's match. These guys want... So a lot of it's going to be less playing and more background work right this second. Trying to see who's available. Trying to bring new players in. Getting through the pre-season matches. Nokaronko is wanted on loan. Go on there, you can have him. Mosquera. Okay, I will come back to that in a second. Okay, Mosquera. Okay, we're allocating a position. And let's bring in some registrations. So, player-wise, Crampton, Miskya definitely. Shahir Hills bringing the first team as first. He's going to be in there. Yes, Gamble as well. Jedge, Robinson, Lintott. Maybe Shipley. I'll come back to Shipley because he's a decent player. Thompson, Morgan, Hackney. Glaze past that one. Brooks, Finn, Hutchinson, Lambert, Mather, Kroll, Hackford, Morgan, Mwamba. And that leaves me with 4. So, who are the 4 now? Goalkeeper-wise, probably best to look at someone like... I might apply for his work permit and then look to maybe put Martin in there. Georgiou, Bronco, Abbas, I think I'll bring in there as well. Harvey Foster looks like he could do a job potentially, but not just yet. Old Hand, maybe. Again, I don't want to commit to any players just yet, especially if we start signing other players and bringing other people in. There'll be a lot of problems then. So we'll see if we can get some players through. So in comes Yema Mosquera. And we'll see how he does. And off we fly towards Celtic. Match at home at Agnes. Already we drew with Sig, didn't we? One was very good indeed. But otherwise, pre-season will continue. We will carry on because we are Kidderminster Terriers and we are in the Premier League, and that's all that matters. Absolutely is. And we've got a work permit as well for Martin, which is good news. And I'll have a look at the team numbers as we go along. But otherwise, ladies and gents, I will leave it there. We will end that stream. So I'll say hello to you again. Hello. And I'll stick this up on YouTube if you guys have missed it. But otherwise, thanks for tuning in, ladies and gents, boys and girls. I hope to see you again very, very soon. I'll have a live stream around about 12:30 this afternoon. So tune in then. But otherwise, we are Kiddy Minutes Harriers. We are in the